The piece is called Billy and Me, and I am playing Jennings, the ventriloquist, Michael Jennings, and I'm John Culshaw. I think he's a very ingenious fellow with a very impulsive, constantly inventive mind. I think he's been like that all his life. You can imagine when he was a kid, he probably had imaginary friends who he spoke to, and a great inventor of characters. And he probably had his toys and made them talk to each other, and that kind of, I can relate to it. And he's a ventriloquist now, and a few troubles. He's haunted by a few issues. Some of them have been quite serious at times in his life. Chimes with the mental health issues that are talked about a great deal now. One outlet for him is his inventiveness with all of these friends and family, and how he breathes life into them. Well, here we have the Major, who, well, of course, he's bound to sound like that, isn't he? Old-fashioned military. Not quite Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart from Doctor Who, but perhaps from a former era to that. Quite Churchillian. And over there, the fellow in a wonderful Irish brogue there, Uncle O'Pat, you know. And then there's Aunt Agnes with her genteel expression and circular glasses.
Yes, she sounds very polite. I'm sure she watches Bargain Hunt and enjoys it profusely. And then this fellow here, oh, that's Billy. That's the main fellow, a very sort of cheeky character, a perfect ventriloquist's foil. That's hard to say after you've, when you've got a nose flute up your hooter. Yeah,
full of all of those cheeky kind of attitudes. Although he does remind me of Professor Brian Cox with the hair and the inquisitive expression. There's all sorts of parallels. But I feel I've got to know them through the day. I was so surprised to learn the different methods and the hooks and switches and rings and ropes and string inside inside his casing there. There's a myriad of controls which take a bit of getting used to. Inside, you've got to do that kind of a thing. But I sort of had an instinct for it. I was given a ventriloquist dummy as a Christmas present in 1978, a sort of a ginger-haired one with a hat. Mr. Parlanchin, it was called, came from the K's catalogue. And I used to play with that. And I sort of got used to moving your hand whilst you're creating the speech and all that kind of thing. And I've not done that since about 1979. But interestingly today, the instinct of doing it just came straight back, just like the proverbial riding of the bike. It's been wonderful to be back on a stage in a real working environment, especially one as glorious as this wonderful theatrical Victoriana has been wonderful to be around. I did a few shows of my own comedy show tour, the Great British Takeoff, and the last ones I did of that were back in October of 2020, where some of the tears were just gently easing and loosening up a bit, and we did some distanced shows, 2 shows in one night but at sort of a third capacity, and yeah, that was lovely to be back in the theatre. And once again you just get the sense of these sleeping giants just being looked after, tended to, perfect for a day of distanced filming like today.